everyone! I wanted to do another episode of How Do I Apply This? And today we're going to be talking about eyeshadow. Now, for a lot of people, you might be thinking, eyeshadow, that's like the easiest how do I apply this video you're going to be making. Like, obviously I know where to apply eyeshadow. Well, even if you do know where to apply your eyeshadow, there are people out there that don't. And especially if you're a beginner, you don't automatically know where your crease is and where you apply darker shadows, where you apply lighter eyeshadows. So this video is here to help. So I'm going to be using as examples, I'm going to be just showing this Estee Lauder palette that I got for Christmas, just to kind of show you guys the different tones of eyeshadows, because this has like from very light to very dark in this palette, so I'll just be using it and pointing to it. I'm also going to be talking about different brushes for different parts of the eye. So this is a really, really important video, and I hope I don't put you to sleep. So we're going to begin with the eyelid. Now, as you're watching this video, you should have some sort of a mirror in front of you, because that way you actually know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're going to actually just take a look at our eye first. So take your finger and put it at the top of your eyebrow and just walk your finger down, and you're going to feel a bone there. That's also known as your eyebrow bone on the YouTube world of makeup gurus and also in real life. So you're just going to move your finger down, and then once you get to the bottom of that bone, right there, this area, like where the tip of the bone is, just all around here, in my case, everybody's eye is different, that is your crease. Everything below that, the skin below that, that kind of looks like a, kind of like a rainbow right here, and all like up to your lashes and everything. That's your eyelid, and that's where you would put whatever shadow you want. So it doesn't really matter what shadow you put on your lid. That is probably the area of your eye where any shadow goes. When it comes to your crease, which as I said is just the bottom of the eyebrow bone, that's where you usually apply. You don't have to follow any of these rules, don't worry. There's no real rules in makeup. Once you kind of follow that area and find your crease, you're going to want to apply a shadow that is darker than your natural skin tone. And that's because when you apply a darker shadow there, it's going to give the appearance of like a shadow and more of a sunken in eye, which is going to give the illusion that your eyes are kind of like popping out. Not like popping out like, whoa, look at my eye, but as in your eyes just look really pretty and like defined. And when you look at that compared to an eye that doesn't have their crease defined, there's actually a really, really big difference. And oftentimes when you do put a crease color on, it's going to make your eyes look a little bit more awake, because it's going to give the appearance that like your eyes are kind of open wider, because your crease would naturally be like, you know, more seen if you open your eyes like really, really wide and there's no eyeshadow on your lids. So that's kind of the cool part about the crease. I think the crease is my favorite part of the eye as far as eyeshadow placement, just because I just love applying eyeshadow in my crease. It's so fun. So fun. Alright, then there's the like outer corner area. And the outer corner area is just following the brow, your own brow bone structure, going all the way to like the end, of your eyebrow. I need to get my eyebrows done. I'm just noticing that. Anyway, so just like take your finger from where your eyebrow ends and then just go like this. Now the area like right on the, let's say, 3/4 is down your lid, that's considered your outer corner. Pretty much, it's just the outer 3/4 of your lid. And putting eyeshadow there is just, you know, to just define and make your eyes more smoky. If you want your eyes to be a little bit darker, you would put a shadow there. It's fine just using a crease and lid color, but a lot of the times when you have a crease color, you kind of want to connect a shadow to the crease color, so that's where your outer corner color comes in. Or you can start with just having an outer corner color and just bringing it into the crease. A lot of the times I like using just a nice dark brown in my crease and taking that out in the outer corner, but sometimes you can use two different colors for your crease and outer corner, and that happens a lot of the times when you're doing your makeup, but again, it's all personal preference. And then finally there is the, well actually there's two more parts to the eye. The first one is the brow bone, and the brow bone is just directly underneath your eyebrow, however your eyebrows are done, whether they're like groomed, whether they're not groomed, whatever, that's your brow bone. Everybody has a brow bone or else you wouldn't be human. So there's your brow bone in my case, and in that area you want to apply a shadow that is a little bit lighter than your skin tone or a little bit more shimmery than your natural skin tone, but definitely not a color that is darker than your natural skin tone, because highlighting your brow bone is going to give the appearance of like light, and it's just going to make your eyes look more awake when you highlight it. So you don't want to contour it or make it like brown or anything, because that just wouldn't look natural, and it would look like you have a larger than life eyebrow. Okay, finally, which I almost forgot about this, and I can't believe that I did that, is your inner tear duct. And that is simply right here. It's just the inner corner of your eye. Yeah, again, everyone has one. So that's where you get your little, like, good morning boogies in your eye, like, once you wake up. Like, you know, gotta love those things. Anyway, that is, again, where you would apply a lighter color. That's gonna bring more light into your eyes, and it's going to appear that your eyes are, like, very, very awake. Because it's kind of adding like white to your eyes, and because your eyes are naturally like white, like their backing is white, you know, adding more light, more white in your inner corner is just going to make your eyes look more awake. And it's a really, really easy thing to do, especially if you're like running out of the house for school and stuff. If you just highlight like that area and like your lid and maybe your brow bone, you're gonna look a lot more awake. And just make sure to put on some mascara, because that's gonna make your eyes look more awake as well. Alright, so let's go over some shadows. So for your eyebrow bone and inner tear duct, I suggest, again, like a skin tone or like a white, like this one, just right there. Just any color's fine, just make it lighter, or again, a white shadow. For your crease, I like using kind of like a subtle brown, a kind of light to medium toned brown as kind of like my base or my wash for my crease. And for that, you know, just colors like this and stuff, it depends on your skin tone. It really does. I can't really tell you what shadows to use because we're all different. Which, again, your lid color, it doesn't really matter. It's all personal preference. And your outer corner color depends on your lid color. Because if your lid color is super, super light, you might want to choose a medium tone for your outer corner. If your lid color is super, super dark, you might want to choose a color that's darker than your lid color for your crease outer corner area. So it all depends on what look you kind of use. As far as brushes, when it comes to lid, like putting eyeshadow on your eyelid and like packing on shadows, these two brushes are really, really nice. Just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush or a packing kind of flat eyeshadow brush. You'll see that a lot. There's also smaller eyeshadow brushes like this guy. And I forgot to mention, a lot of the times to define your eye, and what I like doing for school if I'm like in a hurry and I don't want to apply pencil eyeliner, is doing a little bit of smudging with like a cream liner or something, just smudging it like very, very lightly, not like super dark on your eye. And you'll find little shadow brushes like this, or just like any liner brushes at any really like makeup department area. As far as like crease brushes, they're usually rounded because it fits better in your crease area of your eye, but again, every crease brush is the same. And for your outer corner, you can usually use that kind of a brush like that crease brush I just showed you, but some companies like MAC and ELF have little brushes like this that are like angled, that you can literally just like pull up and down and actually make like an angle, just like an outer corner. So those brushes are like to a makeup artist as a paintbrush is to a painter. So it's really, really important to use brushes when you apply makeup. Of course, there's nothing wrong with using your hands and using what God gave you, but it's always nice to use brushes, and it allows for a more precise application. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, I hope you're awake. I didn't put you to sleep. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao!